Go live. Let me find it on YouTube. There it is. It's not on. There it is. Okay, we're live.
Good night. Give it a few minutes for everybody to pop in. Hey, Larry girl. Roberta. German. Melly. Hey, you guys. Noel. All right, we've got moderators.
Somebody's gonna unsubscribe today. That's what the card said.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna say something. I'm sure at some point somebody's gonna get angry. Somebody's gonna get angry. Pez and I got your email, wrote everything down. I'm still missing 10 people, address and information. And when I get it, I will send y'all stuff out.
We lost Becca.
She'll probably be back. There she is.
About to text you because all of it went black. All of it went black. I was like, oh no, what happened?
I'm about 2 weeks away from being able to wear ponytails for the first time since I was a kid.
Don't cut your own hair, Jen. Don't do it.
Start wearing pigtails, you know, my little thin hair. So Artie was put in quarantine, so he's double quarantined earlier today.
Oh.
It started last night. I was doing a past life regression on somebody, and he was racing a lot around, mewing a lot. So I put him upstairs with Bruiser. He just got out about an hour ago, so he's kind of full of it right now. Kitty timeout, quarantine, whatever you want to call it.
You might risk COVID for a haircut.
Yeah, the Pippi Longstocking hairdo. My hair's too thin to braid, though. I can't braid it into pigtails. Hers always stuck out, her little braids.
Oh, goodness. There's little Artie watching over his mom.
Oh, he's going to be like right beside me all night because he's been quarantined.
Poor baby.
Well, you got to learn when to get somewhere and sit down. That's what we used to say.
Yeah. I said, if you can't be quiet, I'm putting you upstairs because I need quiet when I'm doing a past life regression.
Get somewhere and sit down.
It's done through a self-meditation, and I was like, okay, you start hearing a cat mewing in the background, it's going to bring you out of it.
Little Artie.
Oh, mercy.
That's right. That's right. Oh my God, I've worked to death in my garden today. One of my neighbors down the street bringing me plants, and every time she does, I got to get them in the ground and water them, right? So I get finish putting in the ground what she brings me, and I turn around, and there she is again with a whole bunch of more flowers. I'm like, bring them on. I'll take them. Hydrangeas, all kinds of things she brought.
Oh, cool.
We like free plants. She has a beautiful garden. I'm going to do a walk in her garden when her peonies start blooming.
Oh, okay. You're going to take Lucy?
I don't know if Lucy will go that far down the street because to go there, she has to walk by her former owner who she detests.
Oh,
I don't think she'll walk by his house. She looks at him like down the street. She looks at him like, yeah, I see you over there. She throws shade at him. He wasn't taking care of her, so she throws shade, but I don't think she'll walk near his house.
They got memories too.
She will walk a couple of houses down the street and then turns around and comes back up to my house.
Oh.
Like walking a dog.
Little Lucy.
Okay, we'll start. So let's start with, is someone behind the protesters? I seen a picture of them today, or some of them today. I don't get, like I said, I'm not traditionally empathic, but it makes me weep for mankind to see them act like that. It's like, you're not tough. Go fight ISIS if you think you're so tough that you want to walk around with guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go work with Eric Prince. Inside man on the bottom.
Thank you, Adrian.
Oh, yeah.
Well done, Devil.
First card.
So here's what I get. The first card is the Nine of Swords. There's a little sea turtle, and the wave is coming in. So I believe that this is a mixture. Like, it's probably an 80-20 situation where 20% of them are actually people who are worried about whatever, and they're reacting badly because this is the worry card. But there is King of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and Strength. There is still a huge conglomerate of people here that are organizing these protests. This is a whole bunch of little things put together, and there is people of like mind. So this is probably like we were saying earlier about the Facebook post and people who share and all that kind of information. But there are some powerful people back here too with the Strength card. So somebody, I didn't get any money, but I only pulled 5 cards. But I think it's a mixture of both, but not an even mixture. It's like an 80-20 situation, I think.
So I start with the devil. Now, the devil in Greek is diablos. Just a little education. Diablos in Greek means one who creates problems or obstacles. That would be them. And their challenge is quarantine, that we're all in isolation. So their messaging, they're trying to hang on to their own power. They're also trying to cover it up, but they're doing dog whistles. Also, they've got plans for more in the future here. I've got a possible investigation on them that might cause a delay on something that they're getting ready to do. Their fortune's getting ready to change. Somebody's going to be investigating them because I get, part of it, like there's some that it's a sense of nostalgia, like they want things back to normal, but there's others that are just fed up. Don't know that they could prosecute them, somebody behind it, and other than inciting a riot, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Ian. So I got the coffin, the crossroads, and the whip. This is talking about the multiple shutdowns here that is causing a lot of fighting and arguing. This would be like your protests, multiple protests, but because of the shutdowns. And then I pulled, this wanted to come out by itself. This is the moon. This is a positive yes. So yeah.
Lord. Because I understand, but you're not the only one in quarantine. It'd be different if it was they were singling out people. But oh well. So Jen, tell me about this helicopter, the Canadian helicopter.
There was a Canadian helicopter. Somebody asked me if we could read on it. There was a Canadian helicopter, military helicopter that crashed in the Ionian Sea, which is off the coast of Greece. And they were on a NATO mission doing a NATO exercise. So they wanted to know if there was foul play involved. Because it apparently crashed like really hard into the sea, and the pilots were not aware that something was wrong with the plane, that there was something funny about the crash.
I think this, I don't know if it was downed on purpose. I can't say that part because I don't get like the devil or anything like that. But here with the Lover's card, there is someone who knew something that was not communicated to those inside the plane. The Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands means that there was information withheld and something is off balance here with the Two of Wands. There's the King of Swords. This is probably the person. And this is the Page of Wands. So this is your communication. So there was something that was not communication, a message that was not delivered about the functioning of the plane, which I think could have prevented this. But I don't get like a terroristic thing.
I don't either. I don't get like a premeditated something,
Mm-hmm.
I get like they were trying to hang on, and their challenge was to walk away from it. I've got something new started. The helicopter was behaving erratically, and then the loss, the crash. It was a surprise, but I'm not getting any cards that tell me treachery or. Got a lot of attention, with the star card, but I'm not getting anything that tells me some kind of dealings involved.
I got the tree, the man, and the lilies. These are all neutral. No, it's like the person had been there a long time, experienced. This could be someone that's military, somebody that is a veteran, but this person had been there a long time. And this could also be in regards to something that's old. So I don't know if this is in regards to maintenance or something, but no, these are all neutral cards. So it's not, I don't think it was foul play.
Okay. And for those in the chat, I'm going to be going with the list I have is like a page and a half long, 2 pages. So we're going to be all over the place, just so you know. So this one's going to Trump. Where will he be 1 year from now? But what will he be doing?
I like this question. Will he be sitting in church?
Where will you be? Thank you, Joanne.
His fortunes are getting ready to change by then, so let's see. Like he has any money to lose, right? The first card I got was watching and waiting, and I heard watching TV. He's going to act like I did nothing wrong. Look at me. I was so great. And I think he's going to try and get his some kind of apprentice show back. You know, he wants to get celebrity back. He's going to act like a celebrity. He wants to get back on TV. His challenge is all the secrets that are going to come out. Judgment sitting on him by that time. I've got the moon, which is all the treachery and stuff going on. But he wants to be celebrated. And, you know, he's putting on this false knight mask. He's trying to make plans, trying to get a new action going. So I feel like, you know, and that's something creative. I feel like he's going to try and get a TV show going or something. He's gonna be in a lot of battles though, and stuck. Like he can't do anything. He can't work. Probably be tied up with court cases and lawyers and. Of course, if he's in a straitjacket, he could watch a lot of TV too. What are you guys getting?
I don't know.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, a reality TV show from prison. That would be great.
I'm getting, is it okay if I go, Johnny?
Go for it. I get white noise. I have nothing right now.
So I got the ship, the man. He's presenting here as the man. The snake, the bear, the ring. He goes away, far away on a trip, and he's still lying about his financial contracts here. This is huge loads of money. Also his agreements with Russia. Okay, because it's far. His foreign agreements, him and Russia, he's lying about it, and there's a betrayal here as well. There's also jealousy here as well. The snake is the queen of clubs. This could also be in regards to a foreign woman that he's married to. This could be, what's her face? Melania. Okay. Down here, I have the garden, the house, the rider, the crossroads, and the whip. There's something going on with a very large area park type thing that's a residency that's far away. It's not here, it's far. And there's news being delivered about multiple arguments here. So he's going to be fighting on a couple of fronts. It's not just one area where he's going to be fighting. It's going to be here in his residence as well as far away. There's something going on here with a ring that has to do with sexual activity that was foreign, far away, hard to get to, and he had membership to that club here. There is lies that will get resolved in regards to several people that are presenting as the bear. So this could be your Pompeo, your Barr, Russia, anybody else that's an executive type at the top, as well as Russia, and also where the financing for his properties are coming from. But he's going to be stuck in a lot of fighting. And there's something here with the snake and the rider that could be Melania, just, you know.
So I have a follow-up question to this.
Thank you, Lindsay, and thank you, Lucienne, and thank you, Catherine, very, very much. First card is Donald Trump. This is the King of Swords.
Okay.
There's life and love and happiness with the Knight of Cups, right? Everything's good. And then we come to the Four Swords. This is him hiding out. With the Page of Swords, everything is kind of becoming more of a different kind of reality, because he's always had politicians in his pocket, both left and right. And now when he is president, he has a personal lawyer and the AG and all this type of stuff. Like, he's got a wall of protection, but it's coming down here with this Four Swords. And so I get two cards that both say moving on and moving forward. But right after that, I get his alliances with the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. But this Three of Pentacles gives me that sort of, okay, you had your chance, where's our money type of thing. To where now they're sort of, the chickens are coming home to roost and they want what's theirs. And he doesn't know quite what to do with the Seven of Cups. So this is where I get, he's running and hiding. Now, it's not going to work because somehow or some way, naturally, he still has to come back and he's still, thank you, Terry. He's still going to be here and he's still going to have to go to court and all these type of things. Because if you look at this card, their nest is on fire, but where they're flying to is full of tornadoes. So there's nowhere to run. There's danger ahead of you and there's danger behind you because this is the situation you created. He's going to try to hide out, but he is going to be in court eventually. So a year from now, that's what I see, as he is trying to run, but there is nowhere to run.
So I have a follow-up question, and we've kind of touched on this before. Like we've asked, is the FBI or CIA, are they doing investigations and just holding the information, because they can't release it with Barr there and everything. So as soon as we have a new president and a new regime,
Oh, Jenny, you froze.
like piles and piles of files on somebody's desk, like, here you go.
What was that last part, Jenny? Because you froze. I'm sorry.
Is when we have a new administration, is the FBI and CIA, are they just going to dump piles and piles and piles, on everybody's desk because they're suddenly free to bring everything out in the open?
A little overtime.
Didn't they have a counterintelligence investigation into him years and years and years ago? Not only in the 80s, but like a couple of years ago as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
he's gone through 2 counterintelligence investigations. I think that's in the public record. Dear Lord, Johnny.
Even though that's a lot of work, I would still love to be in those positions just to see all that stuff.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall for that.
I'd like to be the one that types up all the reports. I'm typing a little slower now. I'm still reading.
I couldn't do that part. I got petty boots because I would put all kind of stuff in there that ain't got nothing to do with the case. And then he said, I was like, okay. Are they going to be busy? The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, because I think we can see this one coming because of the Judgment and then the Ten of Pentacles, because there's a lot here. There's a lot to they're going to get more than they even bargained for. Because this oyster, usually has 1 pearl in it. Now it has 10. So yeah, once you open up one thing, lift that rock, and you see all the grossness underneath. Yes, they're going to be very, very, very busy. And then I just hope and pray that whoever comes in, Joe Biden or whoever, has petty boots too, and just takes it to that whole family.
Yep, especially if it's Joe Biden, considering how dirty he tried to do him and his kid.
Yes.
Yeah. Got my Mueller report on the bottom, so I expect we'll see the full Mueller report also. But that's law enforcement, like coming out with stuff. The messenger, they've got something to deliver. Knock knock. Here's a whole bunch of reports to read. All those illusions that they put up, all the mask, all the shielding. Yeah. Everybody that was in bed with who in the government and all their secret bonds and alliances, and even Mr. Putin makes an appearance. Corporate dealings, backstabbing, that would be the enemies list, and offers that weren't accepted. So maybe a little mafia connection.
Oh,
because
even the crown bug makes an appearance. The Queen of Pentacles, my crown bug card. And all the deaths that were caused by mishandling. Yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff to talk about next year.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. I'm getting the clover, the lilies here in the middle, and the birds. This is your talking. whistleblower. People are going to come out and whistleblow. There is quite possibly an older man here involved. This would be somebody that has experience, someone that has seniority. It's been there a very long time, 30, 35 years. They're going to be talking here. But yeah, there's whistleblowers, a few of them, between 7 to 12 with the birds here. So
I think you should start a TV show, The Apprentice Moscow edition.
Oh, Lord.
Well, he'll be safe from extradition, that's for sure. So today, thank you, Linda. Oh, well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Linda.
Happy birthday.
There is this man. Oh.
He's doing a Lori now. Clear the energy.
Clear the energy.
I don't understand. I mean, I understand, but I don't understand. So George Bush, of all people.
Junior
or big one?
Whoever the one was last president.
Okay, the one
Little Bush.
Crazy Bush, who should also be tried in The Hague, but that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
So George Bush comes out and says, this is not a time for partisanship because, you know, everybody's suffering from this thing left and right, right? And so we need to have national unity. Donald Trump can't even agree with the simple thing and say, absolutely. He says, why didn't you call for national unity when they were doing the witch hunt? And I was treated the most unfair anyone has ever been treated. And I'm like, everything has got to be about you. I mean, I understand narcissism, but God, no. that's a bit much. Like, he's not even talking to you, and you jumped in and said, what about me? So what does George Bush think about Donald Trump?
What does George Bush think about Donald Trump?
Yes. He said we should have national unity, and then Donald Trump says, what about me? I called for national unity when I was being attacked by Democrats, basically.
He's such a whiner, dude. Oh my God, he's such a whiner. He's such a whiner. For somebody that likes to be all tough and I alone can fix this. Yeah. I alone can believe me. And he cries about everything. Everything he cries about. Everything.
America first. And let me send all our ventilators and masks overseas.
Thank you, Danielle. Like, I don't get it. Like, I get narcissism, but geez Louise. He wasn't even talking to you, and you still, what about me?
Like, I didn't know 5-year-olds could have narcissism, you know?
He's such a crybaby. And it's over. You won. And you still talking about it. You won the election, and then after the election, you went on for a year about how it was unfair and that illegals voted for Hillary. You won that one and still wasn't happy. You won the Senate impeachment trial or removal trial, and you still like, Lord have mercy.
So I get on the bottom, he thinks his term is completed, end of a cycle, like he's going to go soon, right? I get that he stole the election right off the bat with the thief and the victory card. I get he thinks that he's done a lot of betrayals. He's got a lot of secrets, and there's a lot of dishonor involved with him. He thinks he's still moving forward with Putin, and that he is causing too many delays and burdens on the American people. That's what we think.
What you getting, Johnny?
I get if he knew about George, I guess, thinks if they knew about the money, because there's the 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Like, if they knew about the money, because here's the 7 of Cups right after that. So there's your confusion and your cover up and all that stuff. If they knew about the money, he would be gone, because there's my Helper King, and then there's preparation for him to leave. So he thinks he's a crook too. Well, he knows he is, because I'm pretty sure he knows what we don't know.
I'm getting the clover, the lilies, the crossroads, the cross, and the sun. This is an opportunity. Here is the Conservative Party, a large group of older white men that are very conservative. The party itself, it's split, and they're suffering here, and they're going through a trial, and there's a sacrifice that's being made that's going to really bring up the heat, turn up the heat, expose a lot within this party. Here is, this would be your Bush here, because this is someone that has retired, older, retired. Here's your Trump. This person is an opportunistic person here in the party, and he has been in agreement to gift the party stuff for favors and like bribes, kickback, even though there's no money cards here. But he's being exposed as a fraud, a manipulator, a con. These two is an opportunistic fraud, an opportunistic con man. Bush has agreements, but he sees him as somebody that's got multiple frauds. He sees him as a fraud, and he's separating, causing problems, splitting the party here. Not that little Bush didn't help in that arena too, but dear Lord, he didn't take it this far, you know? So yeah, sees him as a fraud.
Thank you, Diane. Also, Robin Arvin, I think it was. The email address for anyone is pharaohsapprentice@gmail.com, because I believe you won a deck the other day. So email me and I'll send it out to you.
He's got the winners posted on his community tab if you want to see if you won a deck of cards. That was awesome.
Congratulations to everybody that won on the giveaway.
Absolutely.
Have fun, you guys.
David, I got David, I think. Okay, so I'm always speaking of money. Let me jump up here. Will the taxes even matter at this point? Because you still have to have, even let's say they get the taxes and we have another impeachment, he's impeached, you still have to get him removed from the Senate, which you're not going to do. So will the taxes even matter while we still wait for them to even come out? Will they matter? Because if not, then we can quit trying to worry about our taxes coming out. Do I have a Cash App? Yes, it's $ Tarot's Apprentice.
So I get if the taxes come out, it's a new start and emotions overflowing, right? Their challenge is to get a plan off the ground or to get anything moving after its taxes come out. So like everything comes to a standstill. They've been very secure with him, working with the devil, creating obstacles and everything that they could to block this. But all the dishonor is coming out around all the money. So it brings a tower moment. There's my card for America and for the Fool. There's treachery that comes out, and they're going to have to move into action rather quickly because they're losing supporters. So from the standpoint of votes and supporters, yes, it'll matter. From the standpoint of would it get Trump to leave office? Probably not.
Thank you, Laura. What'd you get?
So I asked if it would matter at this point. I got the lilies, the man, the dog. So this is something perhaps in his history, quite possibly his father, someone that's been there 30, 35 years, him and who he's been friendly to and who's been supporting him. Okay, it may expose other people, quite possibly an older, wiser person. I don't know if this would be his dad, his grandfather, who cares? His dad's gone. He's been long gone. So I asked what would ultimately take him down. And it looks like it might be something that had to do with an investigation that they lied about for an opportunity to shut it down. There's something in an investigation that was shut down. I don't know if that's the Mueller report, because I don't know how many cases or how many investigations did Barr shut down. So.
He's still doing it probably.
Huh?
He's still doing that probably.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. So here is the secrets in his businesses that has to do with money here with the Six of Pentacles, right? So his business is going to be the main focus because that's where a lot of his money is hidden and moved and all these type of things. Queen of Swords and Three of Swords. There will be a case, but the case does not have the greatest propensity for having any results that we might like, to be selfish. So I don't really think it's going to result in a conviction or something like that. Not of him. The Five of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. They're focusing on the loss of money. These situations to where he lost $900 million or something of that nature, to where he's writing off these big losses. The losses is what they're going to go for first, and that's some information. That's some information we may hear something more about too. We've heard some already. I think Rachel's done quite a few things on his casinos and things like that. And like I said, his business is the Trump Water, Trump Steak, Trump Airline, Trump Magazine. I think these were all just little fronts for stuff behind the scenes, but that's just me. The fear is the Four of Swords, that this will go nowhere or take forever, which in the environment is strength and the Five of Swords. So the power lies with the bully. So this, for whatever reason, is still not crippling him. In the word of warning is the Lovers. Everybody else should be worried, which is a script that we keep reading. Michael Cohen, Michael Flynn, Michael Jackson, anybody that gets close to Donald Trump sends to see the Medusa and go down. So this is why the Lovers card is in that warning. They should be more afraid. The Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Pentacles, time does catch up with his money eventually, but it's not something that is going to be quite satisfying as far as we're concerned, because it doesn't involve impeachment and jail and that type of stuff. So it's going to be kind of same old with his money, because in his solace is confusion. So I think everybody else, like I said, is the ones who should be worried, not him.
I have a question though. This guy has 30, 40 years, 50 maybe, of running with the mob, money laundering, doing all sorts of shady stuff. Why did New York never go after him? Did he pay all those people off too? You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like, all you got to do is look, it's a can of worms.
Especially when you keep hearing, oh, New Yorkers always knew who he was.
Exactly.
Okay, then what's the problem here?
Why didn't they ever do anything? Did he buy everybody off over there? Because I remember when I think it was the kids were getting in trouble for Trump's Soho or something, and Michael Cohen gave a nice donation to the Attorney General at the time, and oops, that case went away. So it's kind of like,
was that the first time he mortgaged his house?
Yeah.
Well, his dad was crooked too. He put in Trump's name so he wouldn't have to pay taxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Melly, it's called the Manga Tarot. That story about the poker chips.
Well, remember, Rudy was the AG for a while in New York.
Yeah, that's true too.
Why was he never prosecuted then?
Oh, okay. We're going there?
I want to know.
Why was Donald Trump never prosecuted in New York?
I've got the plan to at one time on the bottom, so.
Huh.
I think cases would come up and magically go away.
Uh-huh.
There's the Fool here, which is him directly, right? And then you have the King of Swords, which is about him, which means these are now his cases and all that type of stuff. Right after that is the Seven of Swords. So here you have some strategy, some sneaking, some trying to get away with whatever it is that you can. And then Four Swords, which is like, oh, now it disappears, and then death, nothing ever happened. It just magically went away. Now, why? Let me see. What y'all get?
I'm getting like as they're trying to move into action, the challenge was there was someone else that was dishonorable. So they like delayed it. Like there was someone new. There was a new case coming up here, in the courts in New York. So they changed their target. They've still got all the information though. They're still hanging on to all the files, but I get they changed the target. I'm not getting any money was paid out to do
I
it
don't
either.
get money either. I'm sure it's there, but I don't get money either.
I don't get money either. I'm getting his properties. So
That's a breaking change.
it's showing evidence here, answers, and then there's multiple delays, obstructions, because he has an advisor or several advisors here within the community, the neighborhood, the area to block. Here he is blocked. He's blocking, he's obstructing. There's an obstacle to get to him. Over here, I'm seeing confusion, trials, delays, burdens, punishments, and then he is an opportunistic person, and then here's his real estate. There's evidence on him, multiple chances to get him, but then there's delays and blocks to him and his family because of these advisors. The advisors are the ones that are doing it. There's evidence around this person here. This is the King of Clubs. I don't know if this is his father or another man, but there's evidence around his father. There's another person here and him. So there's three men and quite possibly a couple of women. There's multiple avenues of guilt here, several guilts, punishment, trials, but those were delayed, obstructed because advisors in the community. So he may have known people.
His advisors, the mafia, because his dad had dealings with the mafia. He had dealings with the mafia. Are the advisors mafia?
Are the advisors
mafia get?
Because off of that, it looked like the advisors were like lawyers, like just stick your lawyers on them. And the lawyers know people in the community, so.
I asked why did the cases just go away, and it's because of supporters. There's the Justice card. Right after that is the Two of Cups, unity, cooperation. Queen of Cups, that's my card for support. The Lovers, like it could not be more plain that it was just, I think they were all connected, and it's not necessarily money had to change hands. They knew this was one of us. Here with the Eight of Swords, there wasn't much option. Like this was never probably going to turn into a, thank you, Maureen, if I didn't say that. This was never going to turn into a big, huge case. I think he was protected because they all are. I guarantee probably if you go down the list, none of those people have ever paid a day in jail for anything they've ever done.
Nope.
Remember how when he found out Mueller was going to be the special counsel, he was like, I'm effed.
Yeah.
So, Mueller took down a bunch of mafia guys in the early 90s, I think it was. Let's ask, was Trump in Mueller's target in his sights back then?
I just asked if he is currently, still involved with the mafia, like currently, there's a loss here in thievery and thievery of gifts for a small opportunity. So yeah, maybe a little bit, not as much, like there's a little bit there. But.
He shifted from the Italian mafia to the Russian mafia because they were living in his building, buying condos from him. But did Mueller have him in his sights back in the 90s whenever he took down all those mafia guys?
And you know what that reminds me of, Jenny, not to interrupt, but I had done a grand tableau on him months and months ago about his past. I wasn't looking ahead. I was only looking at his past. And we just got the mice there in the last reading I just did just now. In that reading, it showed that he might have been an informant for the FBI for bigger fish. So that might be reaching, but
I had read an article about that because, like, when he had all the casino issues in New Jersey, he was in tight also with the Philadelphia Mafia, which, by the way, Kellyanne Conway's connected to them, granddaughter. So is Don McGahn. So all of a sudden, all of his problems with the casino, all of the indictments that he had went away when they took down a bunch of Philadelphia mobsters. So why did those go away? Is he an informant?
I think he was. I'm just going off of that grand tableau that I did months and months ago.
I think based upon this, that he was more of a vehicle for money laundering than. So I don't think you can. Back then, you probably couldn't tie him kind of like now. You can't tie him directly to a crime. The Four of Pentacles is hoarding money, and the Knight of Swords, it goes in and comes out. Like, this is hoarding money, and then it goes out very quickly. The Two of Swords is sort of that. It's kind of has a pickpocket type of energy. It's very blind, so you're not quite sure what's happening because what you're looking at is more of an illusion, even though that's not really typically what you get with the Two of Swords, but that's what stands out to me. And then there's the Five of Swords, there's the bully there, and then the Ten of Pentacles. Here is the actual mafia or actual connections. But I don't think that he's connected, yes, but can they put him with a crime? No.
I just asked, was he an informant back, in earlier days on the Italian mafia? And I get in the foundation, he talked a lot about money laundering and cover-ups and shady dealings. And I asked if he's still connected, and I'm like, his new source of income is Russia. He transitioned, and we're going to know about that because the Sword of Truth coming out. There's going to be a whole network that comes out.
Woo! Can you imagine the movie when that comes out, you guys? I got the fox, the man, the mice. They were investigating him. He had investigators on his rear. And for thievery, criminality, corruption, also a man that is a rat here. And then this wanted to pop out. Yeah, he was involved in criminality, but then perhaps to save his own ass, he was ratting other people out. So,
well, confidential informants, they can't. The FBI can't release information like that. There's obligations. So. Mm-hmm. Is that going to come out? Is that part of why they haven't charged him so far with anything? Because he's a confidential informant.
Okay. So we're asking, has the FBI not tried him yet because he's a confidential informant?
Yeah.
Yep.
It may even give him some.
There was an agreement made. There were multiple trials, multiple sacrifices, and then there was an agreement made. He was under agreement of some sort. This is just too nuts, you guys. It's too nuts. Like, I swear, you couldn't even write this into a movie if you tried.
I think they're going to break that once he's out, because like they know, money laundering, they can shine a light on that. They know the truth about him. And even some surprising things where he has betrayed our country. But I also feel like they're going to surprise us and betray him. I think they're going to give him up as a confidential informant. Because the ring that he's operating in with foreign leaders is different now than who he was informing on in the past. I think they're going to give him up.
Sorry, I totally derailed the I just had it just didn't. I had to ask. I'm sorry.
Well, let's go here since it's I'm sure it's in the ether. Kim Jong-un has been spotted at a fertility factory. What do you call it? Fertilizer plant. He's been spotted at a fertilizer plant.
I was like, fertility factory. Is that what they call it over there?
And what better place for him to make his new appearance? But it was a picture. And then apparently there is video also of him walking somewhere or something. I don't know. Donald Trump said that all along that he was alive or something of that nature. So, should we do like a general read about what's going on?
I want to
him right now.
I want to know if that's an old video that they brought out. And then let's do a general read on him.
Because I never could get, so I'll do the general read. I never could get that he was dead. Like I never got that. But I did give that he was sick and not doing well. And then all of a sudden they come out and say, well, he was never sick. He was always well, blah, 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 blah. Which, yeah, I still don't get that. So he was never well, but I want to see that comment. Wait a minute.
No. The video that came out, no. They're obscuring. Something foreign about a family is being obscured, clouded, shaded over, difficult to see. Okay? And I asked about the video that just...
Yeah, I've got the legacy card on the bottom, and I'm asking, is that an old film? It's like, it's like pulling out something from your photograph album, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a collaboration on that video.
Yeah, it's not what it appears to be. No.
They think people are naive enough, they'll fall for it.
I'm gonna do a health spread on quick.
Trying to show him strong. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Trying to show him strong and virile.
Nope.
I said if he didn't have tickets to the park, he was close to it, like brain dead.
Bon voyage, homie. Have fun. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Catherine Bush just brought up. He missed his father or grandfather's birthday, which is like a big holiday over there. If you were so well, why did you miss that? That's like
there was someone around him that applied burden because they had the opportunity with the 10 of Wands. I get the Ace of Pentacles that covers it. And I clarified it with the 6 of Cups and the Lovers. These are someone in his family, someone close to him applied burden. The 4 of Swords, this is him in bed or him in the park or wherever. This is him laid up or laid out. The 2 of Wands, this is the beginning. So I don't care how many videos they show, he was not okay. So if he's not deceased, he still was not okay. You can't. I'm not buying that with 2 coupons. You can't give me that at all.
no double discounts.
Yeah.
He was not well, okay? But the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Ace of Cups. This is someone behind the scenes. Again, these are the people who were trying to save him. There wasn't a whole lot they could do. And not necessarily medically speaking. I think they went to a certain part that they were supposed to go to and then stopped. I'm sticking with that because the fear is the Empress. This is life. It ends in the Eight of Cups. There is abandonment and walking away. At one point, his body and soul was not in the same place. So I didn't ask. I just doing a general. I didn't ask if he was deceased, but he was not well. And that whole fertilizer plant thing, yeah, no, I'm not buying that either.
Yeah, I even get that, that saying he had heart surgery, went under the knife for his heart. That was an action that they took. That wasn't even true. This is the hospital and the government moving into action erratically. There is something wrong with his head, with his brain. He has something going on in his blood system. There's not enough of something, whether it's oxygen or something is like too low in his blood system. There's some sort of dishonor around this, what they're doing. They're all anxious about it. And I get like he separated, in his body. Brain dead at least. His kidneys are not working. Same things I got last week.
What's that tower for, Jenny?
The tower's for he has tickets to the park.
I asked if he was alive. I got the lilies, which is peace, the stars, which is heaven, cross, which is no, he's suffering. So then I did a health spread. Here it is. He doesn't appear anywhere unless he's presenting as the lilies up here. But whatever's going on with his health currently, it's lied about. They're lying about his health. He's not in good health. This is excellent health. This is saying what they're saying that he's in really good health is a lie. They're delivering news about his health to the public. However, if you look here, there's a woman. I don't know who this is, if this is his wife or his sister. She's got the tree, so it could be the sister. She's permanent. She sticks here. And then the news that's being delivered is a lie about an older man here. There's one woman, this woman, and this man here. But they're lying about it. It's not true. It's like they're lying to the public.
Ona just said she wants to see a picture of him dancing and holding a newspaper with a date on it, so we can see if he's
Yep.
alive.
Well, kind of like when was it his father or his grandfather? One of them. When they passed, they didn't even come out and say it until like 2 or 3 months later.
Yeah.
So no, I ain't buying it. Not with 2 coupons, like Johnny said.
Okay,
Ain't buying it.
because Trump said he possibly might speak to him. Yeah, okay.
Oh, let's ask how that conversation's going to go.
So I'm focusing on the blood now, right? Just on the blood itself. The very first card I get is about illness and something contracting.
What card is that, Johnny?
5 of Cups.
Oh, okay.
Then I get 7 of Pentacles, which is my card for like tubes, like esophagus, veins, arteries, something like that. And then 5 of Wands, which is a card I get for ribs, which just means encasing. So there's something inside that he can't get out, basically, that is traveling through the blood, and it has something to do with sickness. This is not something he has a cure for. So, yeah, he's not well, and I'm going to stick to that.
So I just asked, how will Trump's call with Kim Jong-un go? And I got, he's going to be on hold a long time because he's all by himself on the call.
That damn idiot wouldn't even know.
Sitting there with the receiver upside down.
Yeah.
It'll be the
Why is
best
he so mean to me?
conversation. It will be the best phone call ever.
We fell in love. It was beautiful.
It was a perfect phone call.
It's a mess.
Oh Lord, help us.
So Justin,
I'm gonna say, if nobody's on the other side of that call, it is a perfect call.
because I mean he talks to himself all the time anyway, so
Oh God.
why not? Justin Amash is running third party. How will that go? Will he drop out before November? And if he doesn't, who does it hurt the most?
So he finally threw his hat in the ring?
Yes, he's third party.
So he's running as an independent, huh?
Yes. Supposedly, that's what he's going to do. So
it's not exploratory. It's full blown. I'm jumping in both feet. Okay.
So how will he do? Will he drop out before November? And if he doesn't, who does it hurt? Thank you, JR. And Velvet Touch, thank you very much. Yeah, libertarian. That's what he's calling it.
I get he's a hangman. You're going to be delayed because he's in battle for money, donors. Like he can't get it, so he's going to change his mind. It's just an illusion, a smokescreen almost, and he's going to be judged for it hardly. People aren't going to like it.
I mean, it's really sad when Justin Amash and Mitt Romney are the only two honest ones in the whole party. Oh my God. What are you getting, Johnny?
I get that it's a waste of time. Someone did build him up, so there he does have some sort of support behind him with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. Like he could be president one day, whatever. Everybody has a dream. And then there is the Ace of Pentacles. There's the Death. This is what changes it is money. He can't get the money he needs for this to be a serious thing. Now, it's serious enough to where if they put him on a ballot, then that spells bad for somebody. But I get Two of Wands. It never really gets off the ground because we are instantly crossed with the Eight of Cups. Like he has nothing there. And then the Four of Swords. So, yeah, it's over for him, I think, before it really begins, but we'll see.
Yeah, I get the one that's going to hurt is the one in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
I get like he's going to be delayed. It's going to change. He's going to probably pull out.
I'm getting that it's going to eventually hurt conservatives. You have the mice, the house, the crossroads, the dog, the snake, nervousness and anxiety within the members of the House because that party is split, the loyalties are split, and they're a bunch of liars here. They're nervous. The Conservative Party is nervous, and they're also losing. That's being taken away. They're losing here. Also, the Conservative Party wanting to take away. Okay, like they always want to cut something. So there's that. The conservatives in government have an opportunity to manipulate and cheat here. This is cheating for some sort of love or opportunity. However, it is false. It will expose those within the party that played it on the split in the party that was. It exposes the split in the party for the opportunistic careerist here that will tell you whatever you want to hear just to manipulate you and win a vote here. This is winning a vote. But it exposes them eventually as liars, and the Conservative Party is being corrupted this way. So if anything, it hurts the conservatives.
See, he's a former Tea Party guy, so let's not paint him out as too
He's a jerk.
American, and
No,
he's former Tea Party. So did people in the Republican Party put him up to running because they don't want to back Trump? The former Tea Party people, what's the name of that group they evolved their name to?
Freedom Caucus.
Freedom Caucus.
Jim Jordan's.
But those loyalties are false, girlfriend. They're not. They look at the Constitution and they laugh. So we're asking if the Republican Party, the Freedom Caucus, put him up to running.
Yeah, is there a group like the Freedom Caucus behind him that put him up to running?
Yes. There's the Chariot and the Two of Pentacle. Something to throw something off balance. Something that is going forward to throw it off balance here with the Two of Pentacle. Note the rainbow. There is also the Ten of Cups. That's saying whatever it is to put it off balance with the Ten of Wands. And their best friend jumps into the mix with the Devil card. So this was meant to take down the child, but it was more meant to maybe upset the campaign because it's hard to beat an incumbent. And so Justin Amash is no threat to Donald Trump, but this was supposed to be more of a thorn in the side than it was an actual effort. But it ends in the sun, which is my yes card. So yeah, there is somebody behind him.
I'm getting that too, like in case they have to transition over to him. So, they're kind of covering it up, but they're not accepting, like Trump here. But this, they're going to take a new action if Trump is gone from office, if he exits from office. So it all depends on baby Trump. They figure Amash will be a stronger candidate, I guess, than Pence or something.
I'm getting, there was somebody behind him because the institution is suffering right now. But, this could be the government is suffering, institutions are suffering, quite possibly also corporations are suffering. There's a lot of pain and suffering here, also quite possibly churches with these two. But yeah, he's got somebody high up or within this group of people within this institution that are like, yo, here's an idea. Go do this.
So they could say, okay, all you Republicans vote for him. He's an independent, but we stand behind him if Trump's not there to run.
Yeah.
So this is not reality-based question, but I just kind of want to go there anyway. Let's say Trump's not there and Pence doesn't run. Like Pence doesn't want another term. Like say Trump goes now. Now we have President Pence. Pence doesn't want to run again, so it's Justin versus Biden. Is Justin Amash any threat to Joe Biden? Like for them to even put that, I mean, yes, this is a thorn in the side for Donald Trump, but is he any threat to Joe Biden?
If stuff starts coming out about Trump, the first thing they're going to want to do is say, oh, look, well, Justin Amash, a former Republican, voted to impeach him. See, here's your candidate.
But Jen, like, what else could possibly, I mean, everything, this would have ruined anybody else would have been shamed.
Like that Massey who came out and held things up, and Trump's mad at him too.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard you they could count his votes on your fingers. Like there's not going to be that many votes for him. You can count them, on your fingers.
I'm getting he's not a threat to Biden, but there's a secret betrayal going on here. There's a betrayal in secret, and they're trying to do something to cover something up, shade something over, cause a lot of problems. There's a lot of confusion around secrets and a betrayal here. but I'm not seeing a threat to Biden. Unless the clouds is this is a negative card, that's why I'm reading it as a no, but unless the clouds is coming up as confusion, like I'll just leave it. I don't want to get too much into it, but you know what I'm talking about. But no, I don't see it as a problem.
Mm-mm. I get blocked. 7 of Wands. No.
Yeah. Take a rest. You ain't going anywhere. So if the Freedom Caucus put him up to this, we're going to keep going down this road for a minute, probably. To this, that means they either think Trump's going to be gone or they want Trump gone. Which is it? Do they think he's going to be gone or do they want him gone?
They know he's going to be gone.
Yeah, you got George Conway and all those. What did they call that?
The Lincoln Project. The Lincoln Project.
They all want him gone. So I could see
how does that explain your Jim Jordan and your stupid Devin Nunes? And I mean, you don't need to explain Devin Nunes. That guy's as crooked as crooked does, but they all acted a bunch of clowns, like.
Yeah. Well, Jim Jordan isn't exactly straight-laced and.
Nope.
See, here's why I believe that he's going to be. They want him gone, or they know he's going to be gone. This is take this with a grain of salt, those out there, because this is borderline conspiratorial. There is a script to Washington, kind of like Hollywood, where you know who's going to get the job. You're going to give it to your friends and your family and whoever. Like, you're going to give it to the well-connected, the powerful, the whatever. I believe this is why I said this a long time ago when I got that King of Cups. Joe Biden was a foregone conclusion. He was going to be nominee, period. There is a script to this. And I think whoever's on the other side over there with the Freedom Caucus and the Freedom Fries or whatever they call themselves, they know who's coming in, because I believe there's a script to this. Like, this is they know what's about to happen. That's what
they all planned it out behind closed doors, smoking cigars and drinking rum, getting that they want somebody new, and they're hoping. The funny thing is that they're hoping for the investigations to be delayed. So if there's Freedom Caucus people involved in the shenanigans with Mango, they're hoping that the investigations get delayed.
I agree with you there. They're trying to disrupt Nancy, and that would be investigations. They're trying to manipulate that. They've got a hidden agenda with this on the bottom.
Yeah, they're not doing it out of the kindness of their heart, or the love of the country or the Constitution. They're trying to save their own viewers.
I get Page of Pentacles. Now, this is a fox. Foxes are traditionally the sly manipulators, that type of thing. This one even has a mask on. These butterfly masks are usually like
transformation.
These like the higher end parties. Like, you go into these type of things and you mingle with like-minded people, but they all have an agenda. It's called the game. They all have an agenda. Like, I'm going to play the game the way I play the game. Right after that is the devil.
Ew. That's the scariest looking goat I've ever seen.
Ain't pretty.
A snake.
And so there is not just hidden agenda, but there's heaps of corruption. There's heaps of it. And you are mixing business and personal, because usually the 5 of Cups is 2 cups behind and 3 cups in front. That way you only focus on what you've lost and not what you've gained. This is all mixed up. So this is not something you can pull out the web, because you're not quite sure where to start. And then there you go. There's your Nancy Pelosi right after it with your Queen of Wands. And so then you get the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords. They are trying to escape their nightmare. This is something that they created, though, but they do want him gone, and they, I believe, feel as though he will be gone. But we shall see, because he wasn't supposed to win in the first place. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Well, let's jump to Trump again. Trump says he's going to punish China, possibly more tariffs because of the whole COVID thing. So will there be more tariffs from Donald Trump?
The economy is already jacked up, and you're going to put tariffs on China.
Yeah.
He said they need to be punished. And what's that guy's name? Is it Pompeo, right? I think. Pompeo said that there's evidence. Trump says there's evidence that it came from a lab and the whole thing. So they want to punish them, and they're going to do so by tariffs.
I mean, come on now. This guy has been on the record. How many lives are we up to? Have we broken 20,000 yet? We're supposed to believe him.
I'm sure we're well beyond that.
40, 50,000? I mean, I can't. I lost track.
Lie number 20,000 today, where he said, "Oh, my administration has handled this whole virus so well," and meanwhile, we've got over 67,000 dead. Purely for entertainment purposes, only YouTube. Punish China, yeah. Meanwhile, he owes China money. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get out of his debt to China. He's like going to burden China so they can't come after him for money.
But I mean, come on, dude. This guy should know by now he can't even play checkers. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop. Just stop.
Get your pawn off the checkerboard. It's checkers. We're playing checkers.
Well, he has a pawn on the board because he ate all the pieces. That's why.
He ate all the chess pieces.
There is all the King of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ace of Cups, with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. I think, yes, he will try to impose some sort of financial burden. It's not going to be, I think, well, it's not financially going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal as far as, what's the word? Not personally, but not financially, but they're going to take it that way. And so I don't know what comes after this, but I think he will indeed try to push some burdens and some tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to get blocked from it, though. I mean, I've got the White House here, bullying the people he's in bed with, bullying the people he's in bed with. So, there's going to be some swift judgment coming up from China on this. I've got stability and security crowning the reading. So then I get, this is treacherous, and he's going to get blocked because everybody's focused on getting the country secure and stable economically right now.
I got the anchor, which is positive, the snake, which is negative. It's ending here with the key, which is positive. It's saying, yes, he's going to try. However, there might be exposure here of a lie. Now, whose lie? Is it his lie? Is it China's lie? Is it both their lies? Who knows? But there's exposure of lies and betrayal here. But it looks like this thing gets stuck. It's going to get stuck somewhere. And it's going to be slow moving. This is not going to be very quick, very fast. But there is exposure of lies here and betrayals.
Okay, well, speaking of exposure of lies and betrayal, Tara Reid has come out and said that, well, her story is changing by the second.
Yeah.
She said that initially there was no accusation of sexual assault or harassment against Joe Biden in her filing. Like, she never filed a complaint about sexual harassment. And she said some other report was a lie about that too. So
Because Biden has demanded they release all the human resource reports. Like, show them.
Because she was a Senate employee of that nature. But okay, so where, like, her credibility is shot at this point. So is this going to go away? Even Donald Trump said to Joe Biden, fight this. Even Donald Trump said it, because he can't really use it against Joe because of his whole, thing.
Well,
That's
he
Trump.
can't stand a woman, making an allegation against Donald Trump.
So is this going to go away? Is this going to get worse? What's next for her? Is she going to say, no, this never happened? Like, the questions.
To raise an eyebrow if she ever gets Giuliani to start representing her. That's her son.
Let's see.
She may be facing some legal actions. Not Biden. It's like there's money news coming out on her, so she's been like bought out. I get like she's going to be the one that's burdened. Get the yes card on that with the justice card here. She's been bullying. Her story is erratic. People are investigating this. They're looking at the time that she was doing the work, and she's like, robbing Peter to pay Paul. She's taking money from somebody. There's a extortion, a bribe going on, and we're gonna hear about it. She could be looking at jail time.
I only pulled a simple line of 5, and I asked what the outcome was going to be for the assault allegations. I got the coffin. It'll come to an end. It'll get shut down. It comes to an end. There is a woman here with the Queen of Clubs being the snake that perhaps is not being truthful and gets exposed here with the Sun. And then there's something that gets exposed about growth here for money with the fish. There's money here some way, shape, or form. There's a man here and then her. Because the fish is the king of diamonds. So it looks like it comes to an end and then she gets exposed around growing money, business. This is your everyday money, cash on hand. So, yeah. And the fish has the tree next to it, so that could be somebody that has a lineage of money who has been exposed.
Like who paid her?
But that person has a lineage.
I get the 8 of Wands, the Magician, the manipulation and communication. So, and then the Empress. This was meant to start something else a long time ago, and it has, I guess, progressed with the Empress, because the Empress is about growth in life. So it was supposed to progress into something else. There's the Lovers and the High Priestess. There is something behind the scenes that is not quite copacetic. So she has some sort of connection and the secret. This does not necessarily mean that they are targeting Joe Biden, but I wouldn't put it past whoever she's keeping this secret with. There's something else, like we said the first time we did, there's something else to the situation. This is not just some whatever. Go ahead.
Some random happening.
Yes. There's the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Swords. The plan was here to bring an end to something. But as I still don't get Joe Biden. He didn't come up in the reading at all. She's got her own little issue that for whatever reason, that's all the cards want to show me right now. But there's the The Eight of Pentacles, this is the work, this is the everyday life. And the Queen of Swords, that's her. And she is what's around this Ten of Swords and Ace of Cups. She's got some sort of financial problem. There's the Knight of Pentacles and then the Two of Cups. There's somebody with money behind her, beside her, whatever the case may be. But there is she's got some issues and there's money involved. But as far as Joe Biden goes, this thing is going to go away because at this point, it's not really about him anymore. Lord, this is why I live a simple life. I can't. So assault weapons have been banned from Canada.
Oh, good for them.
How will that go? Will people comply? Will this be harder than they think, or what? Because they're banned. You can't drive out the country, buy it, and bring it back. It's banned completely. So, how's it going to go?
Judgment on the bottom.
Thank you, Sunflower.
It's like a 50-50 thing here. I get, here's some are going to offer up their guns, like, here, take it. Some are going to be a little more treacherous here. Here's the new law, the new action. And I get victory with that. But I get all these two cards, and even the moon, has two wolves on it, right? It's like Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Two of Cups. And there's going to be some that protest. So it's going to be kind of a 50-50 thing, I think, on those who own assault rifles. Not everybody in the country, just of the owners of assault rifles. 50% of them will gladly hand them in. 50% will be arguing.
Yeah, I kind of get the same thing here too. There's Three of Swords. Thank you, Darlene. Three of Swords, Ace of Cups. There is a sadness on the part of some, but this sadness that also happened with the murder is also what brings forth the new initiative. But here with the Temperance, some will cooperate, even reluctantly. With the Five of Cups, some will not. So you have the Temperance, some will and some will not. Now, cooperate does not mean that they still won't take your gun, but this is not like they're not going down without at least a legal fight or some sort of fight. No, not a gun fight, but some sort of fight. But the Magician with the Star for the future and the Knight of Wands, this new action came a little fast for most people, but this is how you're supposed to, well, in my opinion, and put that down. This is how you're supposed to respond when you have these kind of tragedies. But anyway, so back to this, there is some people who feel as though this was done without consultation. This was done without some sort of diplomacy, that everybody who has an assault rifle is not a murderer. And so there's going to be a fight on this, but it's happened. So there's not much you can do.
I got the Storks, the Woman, the Anchor, the book, and the writer. There's women here, or a woman here, that may cause change. I say women because the Storks is the Queen of Hearts, so it could be women, mothers, pregnant women, I'm not sure what happened, but there's women that look like they're looking for change, and then it becomes permanent. They're able to secure that change. However, there might be issues with people delivering stuff in secret here. So, I don't know if they're going to try to sneak it across the border. Good luck with that, or what they're going to be trying to do. But there's sneaking around, delivering secret stuff here, secret deliveries. So,
like black market guns.
And there's a couple of women involved here too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it looks like it's a permanent change.
So, Dr. Fauci has been blocked from testifying in the House Ways and Means Committee, I believe it was, or something like that.
Are you kidding me?
He's been blocked from testifying to the House. He has been approved to testify to the Senate.
Oh, of course.
So will he eventually testify to the Senate or to the House? Because why let him talk to people? And it was supposed to be about the handling of the COVID and appropriations of materials and things like that, I believe.
This is weird.
I get he's still blocked, but he is worried also about talking, period. I got 4 cups, 5 of swords. This is him being blocked and sort of taking orders that he may not be comfortable with. 9 of swords and 7 of pentacles. He has a lot of information that he can be giving, but here with the 9 of swords, he's worried about testifying. Maybe he's nervous or whatever. I don't know. But Queen of Wands or Queen of Pentacles and 8 of Wands, he's going to go back to the podium and all that type of stuff. Like life is going to go on like nothing ever happened. But I don't see him talking to the House though. Hopefully something changes though.
Yeah, I got the GOP card on the bottom. I get, here's the government. The challenge is, endings. Like if they end his job, like he knows if he talked to the House, that bam, he'd be fired. Thank you, Marcia. So it's a rough transition. He's got some inspiring information he would like to give, but he would cooperate. But he's got the White House here he's stuck with. Justice on their side. They know he's like a star in this, like he's the center of attention in this, but they know that if he talks to the House, that's like going to backstab Trump. Or hurt Trump's little wounded heart, if he's got a heart at all.
So I just did a simple 3-card spread, and I asked if he would testify to the House. I got the dog, the moon, and the clover. These are all positive cards, all of them, which is interesting because there's something here about the loyalist, people that are loyal, friends, people that protect you here, his career and his reputation. And then here's a little bit of luck here. If he does this, it's almost like he's going to be taking a risk here with the clover. It's a risk on behalf of his career. And if he does, it's very, very brief. It's not long-winded. It's like brief, soon, brief. It's not something that sticks around, but it's like a risk for his career here. So those are all pretty positive. So I don't know.
If he's speaking to the Senate, it'd be nice if the Senate would televise them like we televise everything in the House, right? Make it transparent.
Thank you, Dee Brown and Marcia. Thank you very much. Okay. Michael Cohen, I guess, release has been rescinded. So who blocked him and why? Because his lawyers also want to block his book from ever seeing the light of day, kind of like Tommy Bolton, but we'll see if that actually happens. I say they, whatever his name is.
Michael Bolton.
His name is Tommy today. They should stop telling people I'm going to write a book. Just write it and throw it out there.
Write it. Just write it. Give him a big middle finger when you're done.
Yeah, don't even send it to the White House for.
Nope, just do it.
Wait, what was our question?
Sentence has been rescinded. Like
Michael Cohen.
Thank you, Renee. So why and who blocked it? That's still the person you should have been protecting your whole life, Donald Trump.
I just heard he's still writing the book.
Yeah.
He's got nothing else to do in jail, just sitting there writing his book.
And he was in solitary on top of that. So he definitely ain't got nothing to do because you can't even mingle with nobody.
As long as they don't Mr. Epps him, because that would get some tongues wagging.
Well, see, here's my thing, okay? Because I didn't get who did it and why. Here's what I'm getting around him now. The 3 of Cups and 10 of Cups. Whoever it is that he's working with, he has an alliance on the outside. And the 10 of Cups is that happy family. So he's got some people he's working with and they're friends of the family, da 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 da. So his book, as far as the book is concerned, if they don't block it, it's coming out for sure because he's got a sure thing with that. There's the Page of Cups in Justice. There's going to be a surprise to his cases or his sentence or to his something of that nature. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but what I feel is though, because here's the Tower and the Moon with the 9 of Wands, that stress and strain, that they may try to bully something, that they may try to target him for some reason. And not in an Epps way, but I won't rule it out. But there's some stress and strain that they're trying to bring on him with that Tower and that Moon. So sort of under the cover of night, an accident might happen, and he knows that. 9 of Swords, he's worried. So here is the nightmares and the thoughts that keep you up at night. So I think that they may try to do some bully tactics here with the justice system on Michael Cohen to make sure that his book never comes out or he never comes out.
Or that he doesn't get out before elections anyway. I get the White House is behind this 100%. Giving birth to something new here and knowing the book will sell steadily, sell well. So changing his fortunes, he's in solitary. And I get, I threw a few extra cards on, again, like about his book, like who's it going to hurt? And it's like, it's going to create more obstacles and problems for little Ivanka. We got that before on his book. It's going to cause problems for Miss Ivanka.
That's Javanka. So I asked who. I got the Scythe, the Storks, the Ring. This is an act, something that happens suddenly, sharp, quick, danger. Change of contract here. There's a woman here with the storks being the Queen of Hearts, and the quite possibly a younger man as well, because the scythe is the what is this? The Jack of Diamonds. Okay, so quite possibly these two that have an agreement, but there's something about an agreement and some sort of an accident here. Swift, sudden little accident. Here's a man, here's a man, here's a man. So here's Cohen. There's another man here and another man here. This could be the White House, and this could be someone else that has money, a man with money. Because there's a love of money, or money that was paid for an affair here, and then something that happens that puts a risk, or it's an opportunity. It's a gamble. So it's looking like Trump and somebody else and this man here to put a stop to him. Money that was paid for an affair, and then some sort of risk or an opportunity that comes out of it. But it's very brief. It doesn't stick around very long. So I'm picking up 3 men, and quite possibly another younger person too here, because the heart is the Jack of Hearts. So quite possibly 4 men involved. But the White House for sure.
They're definitely targeting him, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
They want an end to him, and targeting his family too, paying somebody off. I've got the devil here. A quick action to bring him in and then cover it up.
But I can't wait for all this to come down on his head. Dear Lord.
Mike Pence went to the Mayo Clinic. As I say, Mike Pence, the devil flies out. He went to the Mayo Clinic and did not have a mask on.
He did not wear his mask.
Oh, yeah, talk about your mask.
So this is my mask that a lady I read for sent to me from Hawaii, Aina. It has little kitty cats on it. So thank you, Aina. She sent me a couple. This is one of them. So thank you, Aina, for sending those to me. I don't see her in the chat tonight, but she'll probably watch tomorrow. She works in the medical field, so her schedule's crazy right now.
So Mike Pence went to the Mayo Clinic and did not have a mask on. And everyone in his envoy was meant to wear a mask. They were told to wear a mask. Everybody else had one on except him. So this reporter said that we were told before we went into the Mayo Clinic that you should have a mask on. That's all he said. And Mike Pence didn't have a mask on, but we were all told. And so now Mike Pence is threatening action, and he is extremely upset about what this reporter said. He said this reporter's banned and da 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 da. Like, why is he taking this far? Like, why is he that upset about this guy saying we were all told to wear a mask and you didn't? Like, why is his panties in a wad because of this?
Because he
seems very.
He can get away with it.
I don't think I've ever seen that man upset.
But he went like 2 days later somewhere else, and he was like wearing a mask and doing the elbow bumps instead of shaking hands. And
he's very oatmeal, he's very plain and boring, which is, not necessarily a bad thing. The world needs balance. But why is this such a big deal to you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't wear a mask to protect yourself. You wear a mask to protect others.
And you're in the Mayo Clinic. This is a hospital.
Where people are compromised immune systems and everything. There are people there for all kinds of things, not
He's
just
an older person, and he should have definitely had one on.
Yeah, but a mask doesn't protect you. A mask protects other people from you if you're carrying it, because you can carry it and be asymptomatic, having no symptoms. So anyone you see walking around not wearing a mask doesn't give a crap about anybody else, because they don't get it. That you wear a mask to protect everyone else. I went on a rant on Facebook about that. And Pence.
Because it messes up his reputation.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm getting. I just pulled a line of 5. So,
Which is so silly.
I mean, nobody likes you anyway, Pence. Get off your high horse. We don't like you.
King of Swords, 9 of Wands. He felt burden. His image felt burden, and then the Knight of Cups. So it's all about how it made him look. Just put the darn mask on, like.
Yeah, here's the sick people, and here he is sneaky and getting away with it, and everybody else was anxious around him, but he's just moving forward. He's like a stubborn bull. He thinks it shows strength. Yeah.
So,
yeah, here's him and his reputation. The news is being delivered about it, and it's causing damage, and he's looking for a quick recovery. That's it. So, whatever. Hurting his reputation.
Let me reset myself. I won't say what I was going to say. So,
you're slinging cards.
Kelly McEnany, I guess is her name. Kaylee McEnany. I don't care.
McEnany or whatever.
People love to correct me on somebody's name like I give a crap. So it's the girl who is the new White House press secretary,
McEnany,
who come out and says she will never lie to them, who lied that same day to them. How long will she have this job? Like, is she?
How many press secretaries is this already? 5, 6?
I will never lie to you.
This is the 4th.
This is the 4th because we had what was that guy's name?
Old girl with the eyebrows, and then the other one, Grisham, who never did a press conference, and now McEnany. She's number 4.
Well, they stopped doing press.
Mulvaney was acting chief of staff, but he did all the press conferences.
The Huckett Sanders.
Yeah, that's the eyebrows girl. They
stopped doing press conferences after her, and then they're just like, no, we're just going to go to Fox News to address the country. And that's what they've been doing ever since. So how long is this girl going to last?
Like, yes, because she's not very good at it, and she looks 19. So, I'm pretty sure that's, I don't know how, well, let me stop. I don't know how she got her job. She knows somebody.
She auditioned.
One of these days, I'm going to go, and I'm going to have to find a list of all of the people that are in the administration and see how long it's going to take them to find jobs after this is over. Because they're going to be pariahs. They're going to be pariahs. Like,
oh Lord. Okay, I get this card made me laugh because it looks like she's running out the door as fast as she can. But this is the card of communication. But here's her new job here, and then it may be the card of communication, but it's also the card of fast travel. I think she's on the way out already. Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, chaotic energy. She's gonna misstep. I think it might have something to do with Pence. I don't know exactly what, but you won't see her for a couple of weeks, and then it'll come out that she's moved on.
Yeah. I get the same thing that like she's already interviewing for another source of income for a new job. And within about 5 weeks, she's burdened. She's going to move on. She's going to move on. Yeah, she's going to leave. And it won't take long.
I'm getting the burden as well because she's having problems with the boss. I don't know if this is Pence or Barr or Trump, but she's having problems with the boss, and she's going to be burdened with it, sacrificed. As far as timing, this is a few months between the hibernation period of a bear. This one doesn't have timing, so it's hard to tell. But
Trump likes the young women. Let's ask if he's bugging her.
Well, all the information she's given them comes from his office, so they're definitely in communication.
Is he trying to do to her what Biden got accused of? She's got to go over daily with them press briefings, right?
Yeah, but it's the press briefings to Fox News, isn't it? Doesn't she just go and do the press briefings on
No,
Fox
she did
News?
one in front of everybody this time, in front of real.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
where she said, "I will never lie to y'all," and then proceeded to lie.
Did she melt?
Yeah. Like the reporter is like immediately watching her go into a lie, and he's like, "You just said you'd never lie to us."
I mean, she's going to be burdened by the child in chief, so I think not necessarily romantic wise, but like she's going to have a hard time. See, this is why I said, and I can't stand her, but I admired her determination to do her job.
Hucka Sanders?
Eyebrows, yes.
Yeah.
Sanders. She was good at it, unfortunately. But she was not easily flustered. She was not easily rattled. You know, she had a lot of strength while she was standing there, but she was a liar beyond liar. And this one, just like Sean Spicer, his guts was in a knot every day because he can't do that. It takes well, I won't say that. So it takes a special kind of person to get up there and lie on the fly. And Sean Spicer couldn't do it, and she ain't gonna be able to do it either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's for lack of trying though, because I get the devil's making offers to her. So I think he is making passes at her for entertainment purposes only. I think he's totally making passes. She is changing her situations and has others helping her watch him. And I get that it's others involved because like she's making sure when she meets with him that there's a collaboration, like there's 3 people in the room. She is not alone with him.
She's going to get tired of changing those diapers every day. I'm getting the book, The Fox, and then him. There's something going on here in private where he might be trying to be sly, manipulative, cunning, fraudulent, sneaky, and then him. So, but the Fox is also very, very smart. So she could be quite smart about how she's handling him. Like Jen said, don't be left in private with him. You know, always make sure somebody's there. Like this guy's always looking for a scapegoat.
Yeah.
You know, just get the job done. But she'll eventually get burdened with all of it and just be like, you know.
So let's switch course here. Someone asked, which was quite an interesting way to look at it too. Lord Huckabee, don't do that. Huckabee. Oh Lord, I'm gonna go have a laugh on that one later. How will Democratic voters feel about Joe Biden's pick?
About his pick?
His VP pick. Yes. Because I get Queen of Wands, which is a fire sign woman, which is Stacy. Or what's her name? Is it Stacy? Stacy. Yes. And that may not necessarily be. It just could be the characteristics of a Queen of Wands. But how will people feel about it might tell us whether that person was popular with Democratic voters or not. Anybody with Klobuchar. I just can't with the Klobuchar. Please no. But how will people feel about it? They'll be like, oh yes, you all along. That was awesome. Or no, not this person. Because it's a big deal. That person could potentially be president. So
it's the woman for sure.
How do they feel about it?
I don't know, but I'm voting blue no matter who. It's fire sign woman, or this can be a good communicator. You know, the Queen of Wands, she's like creative. She can be a good communicator. She's a very open and honest person, so she's very transparent because like in the Rider-Waite deck, she's the only queen that's straight on. The others are like in profile or slight profile. So she's very approachable, very open, very honest, like a little warmer. Yeah, I get like everybody's feeling quite passionate about her. Feels like she's a lawyer. Also got justice here, and the Ace of Swords. So it feels like she's a lawyer. Most of them are. Yeah, I don't get any problems with the choice. Everything moving forward as planned.
Hmm. What you get?
I'm getting a woman with the bouquet and the storks. Okay. They're happy with the choice. This is someone that is trustworthy, that is reliable and dependable. They're also very protective of the person that is in the house, the boss of the house here. And they're very happy for a change. And the change is a woman. Okay. So they're happy. They trust her. If it is a woman that, because I'm seeing two women here, they're trustworthy of her, and they feel that she's a good protector and nourisher of the person that's in a position of authority.
Yeah, I get there's another woman too that gets a job offer. So
yeah, I see two women.
Like another woman pretty high up in the administration, whether it's AG or whatever. There's another woman that gets that job offer too.
Yeah.
I didn't get an answer to that question. I get that it worries Trump, is what I get. There is the Nine of Swords, because we're asking how will the Democratic voters feel about the VP pick. And then I get worried and then like walking away, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm going to like abandon him or something, right? And then the Four of Pentacles, and then the Devil, and then the Two of Cups. And I'm like, okay, so who is this about? Is this the voters? But no, then I get, thank you, Astrid. Then I get the person at the center of attention, judgment, and the childish one with the Six of Cups. So how they feel about it, I think they're fine because they are voting, although you vote for the package, they're voting for Biden. And so I think it's just kind of like Hillary when she picked Oatmeal Jr. He was very boring. Nobody heard of him. But it's a safe pick because he has no controversy. He's not, polarizing or whatever. So you're voting for her. And so I think whoever he picks, yes, it will help, but it's not going to hurt him with his base. Donald Trump, for whatever reason, is going to flip out because that's what he does.
So I want to see Elizabeth Warren as speaker or as the majority leader to replace McConnell because he gave her such a hard time and yet she persisted. I want to see her go in as majority leader in the Senate.
Just so we can watch Mitch McConnell's head explode.
Just to watch the kaboom.
Yep.
So I have, one more. We'll do 3 readings here. All of these readings are going to, okay, let me say it this way. We're going to do a reading on Jared Kushner, Kim Kardashian, and Donald Duck. I want to know, does Donald Trump have more money than any of these people? Does Donald Trump have more money than Jared Kushner? Let's see. I'm going to use the nice oracle cards on this. Does he have more money than Jared Kushner? He said he's a billionaire, but it depends on his mood. I didn't know. There's hunger. And there is resistance. Like this hand, like grabbing at whatever you can. No, basically, he does not have more money than Jared Kushner.
I'm getting a note also. I'm getting it's ending here in the cross, but I have the ring, the house, and the cross. It being burdened by all of his commitments to properties and real estate here to where it makes him no, he doesn't. He doesn't. Burdened.
Yeah, I get a no either also because like Jared, he made some money quickly when he came in. You know, he's making some deals there, and it makes Trump a little anxious that Jared's got more money. Trump's like trying to cling to what he's got. So who's the second one?
So does he have more money than Kim Kardashian?
Oh, hell no. Who's it, Chloe? That's a billionaire, a multi-billionaire now?
That's the little one. Kylie. So I don't know them people.
The youngest one. I don't know the Kardashians really.
I don't know
their show.
She had like a makeup something that she made a bunch of money.
Yeah. I see their names in print, and that's about all I could tell you about them. That she became a billionaire. I was like, wow. I think we should ask a fourth question. Does Artie have more money than Trump? Right, Artie? Yeah.
There is the answer is no, but there is a facade to his money, period, with self-reflection. His money is not like he has some money, but he does not have billionaire money. He does. I said a long time ago, I think he's probably worth, if you were to sell everything and liquidate and this and this and this, about $300 million. I think that's what he's worth. So his money is a facade. But no, he does not have more money than Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I get Kim's got more because she's a better merchant and better communicator.
I'm getting the bouquet, the tower, the book here. So Kim might be involved with a company for cosmetics, clothing, jewelry. This is anything that is used to beautify, perfume. She has something in a company there. And then whatever it is that she has is it's secret, but it doesn't look like, because this is positive and this is two neutrals. So no, it looks like because of Kim's involvement with a cosmetic company or clothing company or whatever it is. No, she has more than him. But dude, I swear there is a part of me that really thinks that homeboy 45 is living off of credit. Like,
yeah.
Seriously.
He can't get to his money is what I get over and over and over.
Jay said Trump is a thousandaire.
He's a thousandaire.
He's a thousandaire. So the man who voices Donald Duck, does he have more money than Donald?
Oh God. Does Donald Duck's voiceover have more money than Donald Trump?
Yep. Interesting. As of 2020, Kim Kardashian's net worth is only $350 million. When you combine her net worth with Kanye, her husband, Kanye West, their net worth is $3.6 billion. But he is only worth $350 million. So that means Trump has less than 350.
Yeah, I think he's worth $300 million altogether.
He's not a billionaire.
That's still a lot of money. That's still a lot of money, you know, like.
Yeah, but it's not a billionaire. He is. I did a video like a year and a half ago asking, is he really a billionaire? And it's like, no.
Yeah, to a narcissist that's like, I'm a failure. I can't ever let anybody know. But the rest of us are like, dude, share some of that, you know? I'm getting a yes. The guy that, even though he might not be here anymore, he may have gone far away. Yeah, there was something in a contract with him. So, yes, he might have made more money or be worth more.
He's worth more in death. Mm-hmm. I get. Who is that? Mel Blanc? That's the voice of Donald Duck.
I get a duck on a card that made me laugh. Oh, he's worth more in death than Donald Trump is.
I'm going to ask if Artie's worth more.
Okay.
Artie ain't worth a lot, except in the heart. He has no assets. So if Artie is worth more, then Donald's got nothing but debt.
He's cherished more.
People love him.
Artie has more friends than Donald Trump. Oh, because there's 1,400 people watching, and I guarantee you they like Artie more than they like Donald Trump.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
that the Ace of Cups.
I'm getting that the man is confused and he's been cut off from his money. So no, Artie's definitely worth more. He's got more friends like Johnny. He's got more friends.
Oh,
He's not trouble.
Loved. He's loved.
Mm-hmm.
oh, good gracious.
Little Artie.
Yeah, he is capable of love too. Artie is completely a lover boy, unlike Trump.
You can tell. He's always up on his mama in every video.
When I hold him, he's like snuggles with me.
Well, thank y'all for coming out. We will see y'all next week on Jen's channel.
Mm-hmm.
Be looking for the post because sometimes the notifications don't go out. So go to her page and submit your questions there.
I try to remember to do it like Friday or Saturday, so y'all have time to put your questions in.
Mm-hmm. So, thank y'all for coming out, and y'all have a good night.
Bye.